What's up, everybody? It's your boy Lost Angel of Havik, and this is Beetlejuice again with me, and you are watching Pieces of Me.
Who the hell do you think you are? Telling me I couldn't make it this far. Don't you feel dumb? Don't you?
Take two, as I just had an emergency with Beetlejuice because he decided to fall off my shoulder. Anyway, so this week's episode, I'm talking about whether or not you can keep friends pursuing your dreams. Mine, of course, being chasing the dream of becoming a professional recording artist. In my experience, those that are true friends, that are really understanding and supportive, will always be there and will always be friends. Growing up, you know, everyone has their own lives and dreams that they want to follow, and some of those dreams just happen to be, you know, very simple goals, you know, and having families and getting married and having kids and all that stuff or whatever. So people who had those things to occupy themselves could, for lack of better terms, probably care less how much time they spend with you, as long as, you know, there's no beef or no BS between the two of you, or any type of otherwise ill will. You know, things should always be all good, and that's a real friend. You have people that are out there that want to ride the coattails, or, you know, aren't necessarily supportive of what you want to do, and they'll talk down about your dream, tell you to give up. They won't understand why you pursue something that seems impossible. And those are the people that you don't want to keep around you, and those are people that aren't true friends. And I mean, it's okay to have acquaintances too. I mean, you know, you're always going to have your people that are just kind of there and you're cordial with, and that's not a problem either. But yeah, I definitely feel like you can keep friends. It's just important that you take the time to identify who those friends of yours really are. I mean, my best friend of 12 years, I mean, her and I can go months without speaking and then hang out and have dinner, you know, with our significant others and each other, and just kick it and laugh and, you know, chat like there is never any time missed or anything like that. And you know, it's always all love. And again, that's we've been friends for 12 years, never fought, never had any problems, and I've never had to, you know, justify doing my music. I've never had to argue about, you know, oh, I can't hang out this weekend because I gotta go to the studio or whatever. If it was some shit like that or whatever, you know, she would understand. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people in my life like that, and I feel very fortunate to have a lot of people that are supportive and willing to look past the constant promotion and marketing on their Facebook pages. And oftentimes I'll see friends that I haven't seen in a while that I might drop my links on their Facebook pages, you know, and be like, oh, hey, check out this song. And, you know, I end up seeing them, and just out of respect for our friendship, I'll be like, you know, my bad. Is it too much? Do you need me to stop? Because nobody wants their page spammed, you know, 24 hours a day. And I try to respect that boundary or whatever. But more often than not, I get people and you know, I run into people and they be like, yo, what's going on, Lawrence? You know, I ain't seen you in a minute, but I seen you doing your thing with your music. And, you know, that to me feels so good, just, you know, to know that, you know, even if I'm not hanging out with someone regularly or whatever, they know from school or wherever our friendship started, you know, what I'm doing and how what I'm pursuing, and that they support that and they keep an eye on it and they keep watch or whatever. And that's a very big deal to me. And I just want to take a minute to shout out everybody, all my friends and my family that are out there supporting Lost Angel of Havik and Havik, and we're definitely gonna keep things moving. And to my message to up and coming artists who may be having issues with friends or trying to figure out, are you doing right or wrong by friends pursuing music and not making time for them? My message to you would be, if someone has a problem with you trying to do something to better yourself and do what you want to do with your life, then they're not really a friend, because a friend would be able to understand that sometimes you have to do what you got to do to get where you want to be. And if they're really a friend, they'll be there when the smoke clears. Also, speaking of friends, one thing that's very important is distinguishing whether or not people are just being your friends because you might be successful one day and be able to give them money. There's a lot of people that just wait around with underground artists and, for all intents and purposes, hop on the bandwagon because they feel like that person can be their ticket, that ticket to be on or whatever. And it's very important that you be careful dealing with individuals like that, because they will be there, and there will be a great many of them, and you will one day have to make the choice of having to cut those people off, because they're infectious, and more often than not they cause more problems than bring you good fortunes. So it would be much more fruitful for you to wise up now, and as I stated, think about and distinguish who your real friends are. Separate the real from the fake, because fake friends come a dime a dozen. Real friends are needles in a haystack. You know what I'm saying? And I'll elaborate more on this next week, but that is a real big important factor in dealing with having relationships with a significant other, pursuing a dream. I mean, I'm happily married, of course, and my wife and I started as really good friends, and we've been together now for going on 4 years, married for 1, and I mean, I know from experience that it's important to have someone that's going to be ride or die, that's going to be there with you when you have nothing, and appreciate you for what you offer as a human being, because it's not always going to be sweet, and it's not always going to be success and happiness and smooth sailing. You're going to have some struggles along the way, and you want someone strong enough that will be there to hold you up and be your rock and support system as you navigate these shark-infested, treacherous waters. You don't want someone that's just waiting for some big payday that's going to leave you as soon as you get a little bit of fame, just because they got a little bit of money and a little bit of taste of the fast life. You want someone that's in for the long haul, that's willing to put in the work and the effort. But like I said, I'm going to elaborate more on having relationships and dealing with that and being an artist at the same time next week. So be sure to stay tuned. Click subscribe. Beetlejuice is getting a little bit active. So we will see you next week. Holla back.